Alright, so here I am with my Steadidrone using a Pixhawk flight controller and the FrSky X8R Receiver. I have the gimbal on board, which is currently unplugged because I'm having problems controlling it through this setup. I'm using the FrSky Taranis. Now if you'll see, I have the receiver set up to this top servo. I have the Pixhawk out set up to the bottom servo. On here, let's see if I can get it all in there, I can switch this dial and it does the twist as you would expect. Okay, seems to be working exactly as expected. If I switch this dial, let's see if I can get that in there, it does exactly what I would expect. So it would appear that I have the pass-through on the Pixhawk through the S-bus working correctly. Because this one is the pass-through. Actually no, that one's direct. This one's the pass-through. So it's definitely sending the signal through. And this one is definitely means the receiver is working correctly. Okay, everything's working fine. Now I'll cut and I'll come back and I'll try it on the gimbal. Alright, so now I've just swapped the wire for the gimbal control and put it into the Pixhawk on the same spot that I had the servo that was on there. Now the servo worked fine, but when I try to do this, I don't get anything. Oh, wait a second, it did move. I'm spinning it back and forth. Not getting anything there. Let's try that again. I get these intermittent weird things that make it seem like it's working, but then it's not. So, okay, so there I leave it, and now it's turned a little bit. And that's with this dial is maximum all the way right. If I turn it to the middle spot, wait, it's turned. Nothing's happening. Turn it the other way. It's not doing anything. So suddenly it moves, and sometimes it moves and sometimes it doesn't. But yet the servo was working just fine. Okay. So anyway, clearly that's not working correctly. Okay, now I'll swap the wire. I'll have to repower everything. So now I've switched the pin to the signal wire on the first port on the X8R, which is set up in 16 channel mode, so that should be channel 9. Now you can see my gimbal's freaking out. It's not listening to anything. I'm moving my dials here. So it's definitely not liking this. I'm trying both dials. No. This one I think is the one set to channel 6 and this one's set to channel 9. So this is the one that should be controlling it. But nothing. It's just sitting there, and the strange thing is that the FrSky is making weird noises as well. So it's like it's getting some feedback or something. I don't understand what's going on with this thing. Alright. Alright, so in this next bit, what I've done is I've hooked up my Devention to the Orange R910 receiver using DSM2. I've got the signal wire for the gimbal into channel 6, just like I would have on the X8R. And the gimbal is here and it's powered on. So now, if I, which one is it? Is it this one? Let's see, did I turn this on? Oh, it's not on yet. Just got to boot that up. Okay, there we go. So now, if I do this, I have control. Just like I would expect I would on the FrSky. So clearly the gimbal accepts a signal and handles it just fine. The gimbal's correctly configured to handle the PWM output. It's working on my Devo and the Orange receiver. I can set it to whatever angle I want. just sits there. So clearly there's something wrong when I try to use the FrSky and or the Pixhawk. It just will not work in that combination whatsoever. Yet the servos will work just fine in that combination. So I'm missing something. Something I can't seem to figure out to get this thing to work. So if you have any ideas, I'm really interested. Thanks for watching.